Le ciel est bleu, nous n'avons rien à faire, rien que d'être heureux. Too much content in this game. Cannot keep up. It's already end of the month. And I have my 12 champion to finish. Although this is not going to be a big problem. And I have all my broken spaces untouched. And that's the plan, but since there's too much content, I cannot do everything properly. Please stop releasing too much content in each game. Although I had a thinking about E5 and realized E5 is just sort of a new E3, because to go from 10 star to E3 you need 2 9 stars, which is basically a 10 star, plus a 10 star, plus 2 copies of heroes. So actually going from E3 to E5 is going to be the same as 10 star to E3. And so in the end it's not such a big jump. Of course E3 is already super demanding, but I mean, last year I think I had only 10 star. Now I have E3, and so next year it makes sense that I have E5, and so it's the same for going from 10 star to E3. So to me the change is not like such a big push, I would say. And now you also have regression, so I have people my guild saying, yeah, but you'll have to destroy some heroes, but I think it's just part of it. You can regress. You can choose to quickly improve, and then you build your heroes back when you have the time. One thing I thought about is when E3 came out, you had the cap on the promotion stone, so even the highest spenders could not build E3 so much because we were all missing promotion stone, and not really copies in itself, but mostly promotion stone. So I hope there is sort of the same thing where everybody is kind of restricted and cannot build all E5 as soon as it comes out. And of course the 9 copies of heroes can be a bit daunting, but we'll see about that. There's a shop now, so you're always guaranteed to finish your heroes. You can buy it with feathers, so it should be good. So for the broken spaces, I'm gonna try something, which is I'm gonna bring my rainbow PvE team. So Hearthwatcher, fully defensive mode. She has to survive 8 rounds. Horus, I put sort of a defensive one. It gives the attack, it gives the block, and block is nice because when he blocks, he gains HP. He also does damage. I'll put Sig, which strips armor, and so I put all attack for now. There will be Cruise, which give rainbows, so plus 10% HP to plus 10% attack to all the team, because there is the aura, and then he weakens the enemy, 15% damage, plus he gives energy to the team, which can be used by Horus, or which can be used by Amuvor. And then I will have a 1 dark and 1 light, and this I think I will shift a bit. I'll put Belrain in the later stages to have the healing. I will put Amuvor in the first stages to have some damage, because my heroes are nowhere near dying. And for the dark, I will put Amuvor at the first 15% of the round, and I build him. Should build him all crit maybe for the first round, but I'm gonna do something full one-shot broken space basically. And I'll have Aspen doing the later part of the heroes. So that's the plan, so let's just jump into it. So usually you want to, I guess we can do, every time we'll do 1 fight, just to see. And then we'll do all the rest automatically. So 1 fight just to see the damage. But yeah, it's true. I have 34 hours left, and I don't think I have time to do everything properly. It's like it takes a bit of time to change gear, test, and all that stuff. So I thought this time I'll just try to do it with one setup for all the bosses. See how it goes. I'm curious to see how Asmodel is doing. Is a new, very good addition to my PvP team in my GV lineup. So for this boss, so I guess for the first lane we might just destroy them all. Asmodel leading the pack. Wow, great to know. So I have the wolf, and the wolf synergizes with bleeding, and so with our friend Horus. Quite possibly I could put a heavy hitter instead of Cruz for the first bosses. Cruz is nice because he also brings survivability. So with the plus 10% attack, plus 10% HP from the aura, plus survivability, plus the energy he brings, plus the weaken, plus 15% at the beginning. We just add up to the 400% ring brought by Hearthwatcher, which plus 450% damage from all the team. So it's a little bonus. I don't think Cruz is that essential, but it brings also survivability plus a rainbow aura. So I think that's why it's in my team. So Sigmund taking the lead, maybe because they're warrior and so they have armor break, I would say, but actually everybody benefits from the armor stripping of Sigmund, so I guess it's the aura factor. Fortress does more damage against Abyss. So these guys, the arch enemies, are what? So Forest beats this, beats life beats death, basically. And death beats Fortress, if I'm not mistaken. So Horus should shine here against this guy. Horus having a boost of all these stats. I mean, attack, crit damage, crit whenever there's an active skill cast, and so Cruz is helping him. So that's a little synergy here. So Horus, as we said, shines in this one because he's doing extra damage. So the extra damage is quite big, and so that's why, in theory, ideally, you want to change. You want to put the artifact of the class of the enemy hero. So here they are priests. So I could put anti-priest on my damage dealers. So we say we're watching one full match. So it's 6 matches we'll watch, and then I'll do the rest automatically. So here the damage. Oh, I should have put Amuvor first part of the boss. Sorry about that. So we have Aspen here. Aspen as soon as they are below 35 or 40, 35, let's say 35% HP. He's doing this execution bonus damage. And also, he's healing every time the boss is low. Every time he's doing execution, he's healing like crazy. So in the end, you can build Aspen full damage against the bosses. There's no need to put any protection when they are low, because he's surviving. Every time he attacks, he's just catching all his life back up. So here we're doing bit less than 10%. Maybe we'll do 10% of the boss, just because the latest rounds are much higher in type of damage because all the damage bonus, the armor sling, are boosted up, and hard heroes Horus, Aspen also have great boosts. 1,000,003, yeah. So really 3 constant damage dealer and the 3 boosters here. So within 15%. We'll do 3 with let's make back the team real quick. So you don't have to care about positioning for all the bosses because they just apply, they attack everybody the same. So no need to put Asmodel in the first place. Shouldn't affect the result. So I have my light and my dark. I need my Horus and I need my Sigmund. And I don't need my deer because I'm surviving very well. So I'm gonna do 3 with Amuvor. And hopefully it's only, so I'm 95. We'll see if I consumes the, if I can manage to kill it in 1 turn, or if I have 2 turns. And I need the 2. Alright, let's attack this one. So we'll put Amuvor. It should be more damage in the first part of the boss. Before Aspen is in the execute range. So what can we see? So Amuvor seems to be casting is active every round. Is it always the case? Seems to be the case. So that's nice. So actually my artifact anti-wire with bonus skill damage for dark should be really good here. Alright, maybe I'll just quickly change a gear. It hurts my soul a little bit not to have to do things properly. But usually when I do that, it takes an hour or more than an hour, and I didn't really want to do that this time, so kind of want to rush it. So good damage steal. Who's leading the pack? Is it Sigmund? It's Sigmund. Good old Sigmund. Okay. I'm quickly going to change this. Quickly going to change to my anti-warrior with bonus for dark. So plus 90% skill damage, and it's always doing skill damage, so that's great. And just to check, no, Aspen. It's when it's below 35%, so I was right. So it's below 35, Aspen doing this execution bonus damage and healing. So as soon as bosses are below 35 is usually the strongest dark. And damn it, I didn't do the automatic one. But we can just check if now, so now we're closer to 2 billion. And wow, it didn't do much actually. Our friend Amuvor. So I'm gonna do 2 like this, and then I'll put Aspen. Oh, okay. So I guess I could have put Aspen before. So this is done. Level 2 still going on. They are warrior, but They are warrior, aren't they? They are warrior, so I'm gonna leave this artifact at least for Amuvor. So watching one time is great just to see how it goes, and also to make the change, just not to spam and have a hero that is too weak, for example. So here I have stun immune, so if I had Lunky Candy Bar, I think it would be nice actually. And I think they're going to take up a bit of tickets. So I'm actually, again, I think I'm going to try to maybe change the gear. So Aspen is really nice here because he builds control immunity every time he attacks, so he has skill damage. Asmodel has already good damage CC built in, plus he has a magic stone, so that's why he's stun. That's why he's not stunned a lot. Still good damage. Horus leading the pack. How many? 15%, so really great damage. I'm just gonna put on our friend Sig here. I'm gonna put the candy bar. And I'm gonna put... That way he's not stunned. And on that note, let's do 3. Alright. Let's do the rest with Aspen. Aspen, so he's gonna be CC immune. Plus, he's gonna quickly go into execution mode, so I expect them to be dead, and they are indeed dead. And so we needed like 20 tickets to do the first 3, but this one is, of course, the longest one. These guys are assassins. I'm just gonna remove this. I think he needs a lot of help to stay alive, and so I'm gonna leave that. And I'm gonna directly go from there. Maybe I need to put the healing. I will just decide all my setting up with the first fight, and then we'll be good to go. So light assassin, so should take a lot of damage from Amuvor, but actually Amuvor is taking so much damage. He's healing every time the allies are doing the active skill, but it's not enough, as can be seen. So I have a problem I need to bring back Belrain is what it is, because I have too many important characters. I have Sigmund who's dying, I have House Watchers who's dying. So either I bring back my friend Deer, but I think it might still not be enough. We'll see how much Asmodel does against these guys. If he's really good, maybe I'll try Deer, just not to bring Belrain in the picture. Otherwise, so we see some big figures here in the end. 1.2.1. There's some nice figures here. So Asmodel doing really good. Maybe I need to bring the rainbow. This is not good. 1.8, not good. So Asmodel doing really good. So bit of a shame to replace him with Belrain. So what I'm gonna do? Also, Sig had anti. This was not super smart. I'm gonna bring Bear Rain back. She needs attack. Yeah. Big Brain Raid back. I'm gonna remove maybe Cruz. Bring Aspen as well. Should be more. Okay, so I'm actually gonna do another try here, just to get a bit better. I don't like breaking Rainbow just to bring Bell Rain and removing my other support. So I'm just gonna see how it goes here. If Bell Rain is enough to deal with this. Because Wolf is helping Horus doing this high damage. And so removing Wolf is actually a big price to pay. So Sigmund dying so fast, maybe Sigmund I should put just so let's say it's fine. So Belrain, I mean, she has done her job, right? People are going to survive. She has boosted the attack first round as well. I'm going to skip that just because I want to make it short. So still 7, which is not great. Damn it. Alright, let's do 10. See where we land. I'm gonna consume everything doing that, which is a bit not great. Damn it. To move like this. Just a try. I think Wolf was better actually. And having both Asmodel and Belrain was not so bad. And having the defense of Sigmund, so let's go. How much did I put? So here is gonna go faster because Sigmund is Aspen is in the execution range. So only consume like 15 for the latest 35%. So that's what I do. I think I don't think I have enough to kill another one. I can test one battle. Let's go with that. Is it by lane? It was not my team, right? Okay, it's a battle. It was a battle mode, so that's why it changed. So this was the team we fought previously. Real quick, please. So same thing, 8,000. So I will need much. So Asmodel being a good player here. So really helping on this PvP. 3%. So if it's 3%, then we can do it. But let's gamble. If it's 3% times 30, it should be like 100 plus. At the end, it's quicker, so maybe a surprise. Maybe it was a lucky one, but oh, 5%. Okay. So really close to finishing another one, actually. And so that's typically what I do. So not a lot of thing lost. So I think Asmodel is doing really good. So maybe if I optimized, I could have maybe have. All right. I could have maybe have a bit more. Should I actually see the score here? Just see the score once. Or even see the battle. Oh, I already killed one. Okay. So, never mind. Asmodel still doing good. Yeah, Asmodel is a trooper. But of course Aspen is doing much more in the final stages. There you go. Only the foolish remaining, so pretty good broken space in my book. And thanks for watching. All the good stuff coming right there. Also, comment on this one. I mean, that's just good. This is nice. Nice addition, I guess, to have those free gems and move a bit quicker, which should be really good, because for the new servers to get to E5, wow. I mean, I have full E3, but it's like I paid years if you start now. The problem is that the guy who want to go very fast in your server, if they have E5, you just don't touch them, you're not in the same world. I think for the new servers it's a problem, and they need to make sure that there's a promotion stone that prevents people to rush things, or there's a cap. But for me, you know, when last year I had the 10-star team, now I have E3 teams, and the same price to go to E3 to E5, so next year I'll have maybe full E5. Of course it's a lot, but you don't expect to have E5 as soon as it comes out, right? So I think it's a fair thing. The only problem maybe is the copies of heroes, but for me I have many feathers, so it shouldn't be so much of a problem. And there you go, this event, very good for the new players. I mean, Horus is a beast in PvE. I think it's pretty good PvP. This one is, they're kind of fading out. This one is really good. Faceblade, I hope he's gonna get a buff, because he's a bit squishy, and otherwise not too much about this event. But this event, you have increased chance of getting all of this, and I think Shia is great. This is great, and this one apparently is a bit better now. This one, I mean, it's a Valkyrie counter, I guess, but not really. I don't know. Cascade never shine. And to know what's good, I mean, look in your servers. I mean, look at the best people in your server. I mean, when you're a new server, I understand, but I mean, that's a way to have a in-house sort of tier list. Like you look at all the heroes that people are running in the top 50, and it is good heroes. The only problem we have is for PvP, for PvE, I mean, you don't have the top list, and so it would be nice to have like what have they run, like to be able to see what people did in PvE, like the best ones, because then you know what's good. So that's a nice way to have sort of a in-game guide, right? It's just to know what other people are doing, and maybe even knowing the artifacts and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe it's too much. I mean, that's nice in the game that you don't know the artifact of the others, but I think to have information about what the others are running is a great way to have a self-guide, right? And otherwise, have a good event. Don't forget to finish the monthly refresh. For me, it's all covered. I only have the this one here, so I guess I'll do a few. Do we watch? Okay, so first team is I just need to bring some good team here and here, and we should be covered. One, two, three. And it was only 3 needed? Okay, maybe 4. There you go. There we go or not? No, there we not go. There we not go. Okay. Okay, only 1 victory. Let's take a big guy. Look at these teams. These teams are going to be nuts. When he's... let's check. I think for the sake of... let's try to win one. I'm not even sure I can win one, right? What's the team that... Okay, the second team I should beat, right? With this one. Is it... it's actually GVE. Let's put... Just to be sure, let's put Asmodel. And then Ada. And we should... Okay, we should see. So how ready is this guy to go to... so you see he has full E3, so you have to have E5 coming out, otherwise what is this guy doing? Right, he has full 12 champion E3, so you know, can't complain too much about that. And hopefully, you know, when the E3 came out, there was also the monthly event, so obviously there's content coming on, but yeah, there's not so little content. As I said, I didn't have time to do my broken space, so just to respond a bit to the criticism. But I mean, it's very fair to ask DH to develop the game. The end game is quite poor in terms of Celestial Island, in terms of Sealand, in terms of... no, Sealand is nice in terms of, I guess, Tower of Oblivion or Aspen Dungeon. It can be a bit the same, but, you know, there's still things to do so far. And needs to go to E5, for me, at least. It's my opinion. Alright. Cheers.